I like to kind of watch where in the world everybody. Oh, we got Canada in the house. Um, oh man, oh Romania, nice. Florida. Okay, somebody's got warm weather over here. Donna, you're in Hilton Head. I did not. Is that where you live? Is that where you're from? Nice. I'm in Charleston, so
So you're not far. I didn't know that. Put
no,
that
we're
together.
about 90 minutes.
Yeah.
We got Greece in the house. We got Israel in the house. I love this. So we got a bunch of countries in the house today. I love that. What else we got going on? So we got all Ohio peeps, right? All our H7 Ohio peeps. Who's coming to the conference in March? Who's from any Ohio people coming? Raise your hand if you're coming to the conference, H7 conference in March. Yes, Diana, nice. I'll see you there.
Aaron Webb said he's
Speaking of that, Clay, I need to make my do we have hotels for that yet? I gotta get my hotel going.
Yeah, we're square. We're ready. You just do
Let's
tips.
go. Let's
Yep, we're
go.
good. Yep. Yeah, we got our discount code yesterday. It's Tip Center. That's all I can say.
Beautiful. So for anybody who's kind of jumping in here, it's 4:02. We are going to start at 4:05. All right. So we're just going to kind of give everybody a couple minutes to jump in here, and we are going to get started promptly at 4:05. So let's give it another few. And we got 40 people. We got 40 people in the room. Let's go. So, all right, let's do this while we're waiting. We got everybody. I think everybody already put in their where they're zooming in from today. So let's kind of go with this. Sales for what is your sales outlook on sales for 2025? From a 1 to 10, how you feel like your position from 1 to 10 for your sales for 2025? Fives. All right, Chris says a 5. 7, 5, 9, 9. Let's see, who said 9? Let's go. Aaron says 9. Aaron, what are you doing here? No, just kidding. Hopefully we can teach you something today. Dale's at an 8. I like that. Good to see you, Dale. I haven't seen you since the marketing mastermind, so hope all is well. I like the background. We got 4s, 6.5, 5, a lot of 5s. Bert's at a 7. Fractional sales, Bert is at a 7. Bert, you should be at a 9.5 at least.
He's being humble tonight, Dan. He's being humble.
Yep.
Humble.
Jennifer, 8.5. I like to see that. I love it. Dr. Frumi's at an 8.
Well, she is kind of a baller, man. She's kind of a baller. So, nice. It's possible.
Nice. I love it. I love it. All right. We are 1 minute away from kicking this thing off here. So let's just give that 1 more minute.
Danny, I'd like to introduce you if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We could do that.
Yeah. I took the 20 minutes necessary to think about our relationship and how great you are in order for me to put together some nice introduction.
Oh, well, thank you.
No, I lied. I pulled it off your bio, but it's okay. I still think we should. All right. Who's the furthest person away? Who's the furthest person away, Danny? Did you happen to see that?
I thought Romania was, I think, the furthest that we got. Romania or Athens. I don't know. We got both Romania and Athens in the house.
Yep. I don't see anybody for
Israel maybe? Israel maybe? I don't know.
I think Romania is further than Israel, but maybe. Right. Yeah. All right. Y'all ready to get this party started? Let's get going.
Let's rock and roll, Clay.
So, first of all, we are recording this. We're going to put it up on a blog. We're going to use it in social media and all kinds of stuff. So, I hope that's okay with everybody. We're going to we're going to record your pictures and stuff. Next, So I'd like to introduce you to Danny. Now, Danny and I, he has been in the group for nearly 3 years at this moment, and it has been a shock to our system. Okay, now Danny and I actually were speakers last year at our conference. We're speakers together again this year, and God's honest truth, we work very, very well together, damn near yin and yang in a lot of ways. And so, with that being said, Danny is a content creator. He specializes in helping entrepreneurs and communities build their online presence with video content. His niche agency is called Video on Easy Mode. There's no doubt he's about to shock you, everybody, and deliver great value. You want to make sure you pay very close attention to Danny and what he will be sharing with you all, because it is really good stuff. Okay, so Danny, you ready to take the stage and do your thing?
Hell yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's turn it over to Danny. You're up.
All right, cool. So yeah, so just to kind of like quick agenda today. We're here to talk about sales, right? That's what we're here. That's what we're here for. We have Clay and I, have been obviously in doing networking and building brands online. And one of the things that I have seen over the last, I don't know, 4 years or so, that I've been building my online business, and I've been getting out there and networking, and is people always seem to kind of struggle with sales, right? Whether it's just, through the networking side, or whether it's online, building their, trying to generate sales through LinkedIn or through Instagram or through any of the online channels, right? It's hard. It's not easy, right? So essentially, the reason that we decided to do this collaboration here today is, for anybody that doesn't know, first off, for anybody that doesn't know Clay, that came in, through me here. Clay is the CEO of H7, which is a massive networking community. It has an in-person component. It has a virtual component. I think, what do you got, Clay? Like 2,000 members?
Yeah, lots and
Yeah.
lots.
So thousands of members in the community. And I mean, we've got, Clay's done 8,000 networking one-to-ones with people. So like when the opportunity came up to do this collaboration, when especially focusing it on sales, it was perfect, because Clay obviously has kind of the expertise in the networking side of it, and my expertise is on the building a brand and using your brand online to drive sales to your business, right? So a lot of people have seen me as the video guy, because if you follow me on LinkedIn, that's like all I talk about is video, right? But what a lot of people don't know is I've been in sales. I was in sales for 20 years. In the corporate side, I was a sales rep, I was a sales manager, I was a sales director, I was a sales trainer. I've hired and coached hundreds of salespeople. So that's kind of where my experience is. So when we had the opportunity to jump on this today and focus it on sales, I was excited to do so. So Clay is going to kind of give you the sales from a networking perspective, and kind of give you his framework for sales from a networking perspective. And I am going to give you my framework for sales kind of from an online perspective today. So those are the two perspectives that you are going to get from this workshop here today. So I'm going to dive into mine. So we were I gotta say, I was kind of like checking the audience, seeing what everybody's sales were. Anybody's sales numbers make you feel like this guy? God, this guy, I don't know. I don't get it, man. He's so rich and he's so miserable at the same time. I don't understand. But no, I don't like to do a lot of slides, so we're just gonna I'm gonna dive right into it. I basically slide for you guys here today to kind of walk you through my entire framework, right? So the framework that I am using to help create content and to help drive sales through my content is, I call it ECP. All right. And basically, it's very similar to Clay's connect, serve, ask framework, which is really what he's going to go into today. So like I said, you're going to get both of our frameworks, even though I just revealed what Clay's is. I think most of you already know it here. If you're an H7 member, I'm sure you know it. But I want to dive into mine because it does follow a very similar cadence here. So first thing is education, right? So the first thing that you need to do when you are building a brand online, and I'm going to focus on LinkedIn because most of us are in the business space and like, we're more B2B focused. I mean, maybe we have some people that are more B2B, B2C focused, but all the strategies that I will talk about can work on Instagram, can work on Facebook, can work on TikTok, but we're going to focus it in on LinkedIn because again, I feel like that's where the majority of you are actually trying to build your brand, trying to attract clients, trying to find customers is through LinkedIn, right? So the first thing that you obviously want to do is educate, right? And what educational content is designed to do, it is designed to help position you as the authority in your, I don't know, you can call it niche, you can call it industry, you can call it target market, whatever you want to call it, right? But the purpose behind educational content is to set you up as that authority. It is to prove to people that you know what you're talking about, right? And as far as educational content goes, this is basically just sharing your knowledge. You all have a ton of knowledge in some specific area, and that knowledge is going to help you to build credibility with potential clients. Potential clients want your knowledge and you need to give it to them. So the best way to start figuring out what should I post about, right? What should I create content about? The first thing that you want to think about is, well, what do people ask me? What are the most common questions that I am getting asked? So I'm gonna like let's get a little somebody from the audience right here. So start let's use the chat. What is the most common question that you get asked by a potential client? Most common question that you get asked right now from your potential clients. Let's see what we got here. What exactly do you do? Okay. Um, how can I find immediate leads? How much? Really, the first question people are asking is how much it costs. That's not good. There's got to be, people need to know what you do before they start asking you how much it costs. What do you think I should know? Who is the decision maker? What is your process? I think we're looking at this a little bit differently. I think we're looking at this. I think we need to reframe this a little bit. I'm going to tell you what mine is. One of the most common questions that I get asked is, how long should my videos be? How long should my videos be? If I'm going to create videos for LinkedIn, how long should they be? That is a very simple, easy question. Lori, I'm calling you out, Lori. You're a copywriter, right?
Yep.
As a copywriter, what is the first question that people ask you as a cop? What is the most basic question that people want to know about copywriting right now?
They want to know, what do you write?
What do you write?
The second question they asked me, which is sort of up there with the first one, is, do you use AI?
Do you use AI? Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Do you use AI in copywriting? People want to know about whether you use AI in copywriting, right?
Yeah.
These are the questions. This is the stuff that you should be creating content about. The simplest, and a lot of times it's really hard. People look at it and they're like, these questions are so basic. But it's basic to you, but it is gold to somebody else. It is gold to the people that don't have that same knowledge as you. So you might look at it and it's the same thing. Like for me, it's like people like, well, how do I make, do I record my videos on my phone? Or do I use a camera? Like for me, it's like, you could do whatever you want, right? It seems like a simple, easy concept to grasp. But your basic level knowledge, your base level knowledge is going to help you answer a ton of potential questions that your clients have. So if you want to start creating content, here's what you write out. Literally write out a list of the most 10, 15, 20 most common questions that you get asked. What are your 10, 15, 20 most common questions that you get asked? And right there, you have 20 pieces of content that you can create and start sharing that will help you to position you as somebody who knows about your niche market, knows about your industry. Philosophical questions. Hey, you can answer philosophical questions. You can answer logistical questions. Francie, give me an example of a philosophical question that you get. Give it to me. Give me an example. We'll show you how to create this. Drop some questions here, and I will turn these questions into hooks for you. If anyone wants to drop a question in, I will turn your question into a hook. Get on there fast, and I'll get the first one. What type of employee is this for? Okay, Francie, tell me quickly, what is your industry? You can come off mute for a second.
We do group coaching for hospitals and healthcare.
You do group coaching for hospitals and healthcare, right? And they want to know what coaching, what employees should you be coaching, or essentially, right? Like which employees are you going to be coaching?
Well, they first have like 1,000 philosophical questions to like understand what I'm talking about. And so that's kind of where I mostly get the questions is like, well, who's the decision maker? Who's the employee? Like, why would someone agree to this? You know, it's like all of these kinds of like more amorphous foundational questions.
Who is the decision maker to me is like a sales question that you're asking your prospect, that's typically not a question that a prospect is going to ask you. Why are they asking you that question?
Well, I think they're trying to, well, part of it is from these networking discussions, and people are trying to figure out like who's the best person to put me in touch with. But you know, it feels like that they have a hard time envisioning where this would fit within an organization. And maybe that's the question, you know, like.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so you do, so where does this fit within the organization, right? That is their main question, right? So the first thing that you want to do is address that main question, right? So many healthcare companies have employees who are struggling with boom, 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 boom. Okay. And what we do is we help these, let's say it's leadership. Let's say you're coaching them on leadership, right? So, or management or something along those lines, right? So, you know, many healthcare companies struggling with how to develop their leaders into or how to develop their managers into strong leaders and get the most out of their employees. Here's 3 things that we do to help our clients do the same, to help our clients get those results, or to help our clients achieve X, Y, Z. Jojo, what is the ROI? People always want to know what the ROI is.
Yeah, Danny, you know what I've been doing is I'm going back to people that I did videos over 3 years, and I'm having them do testimonials, and it's blowing my mind the effect that videos have on people. I had no idea, but there's one guy, he said, I'm a numbers guy. I need to know how many views, likes, and who reports to you. And my thing to him is, I'm not a TV station. I'm not a TV station. Bert Levy will probably attest to this. You have to be in the broadcast industry to give people the exact analytics of what other people are doing.
Yeah, people always want to know what the return on investment is on video content, right? And like this is an easy one for me because I get the same question, right? So when people ask me what the ROI on video content is, it's like, okay, so if you create one video, then people are going to forget you. When you start to create 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, people are going to start to feel familiar with you. When you create 50 videos, essentially you become like a celebrity to people, right? So the ROI on video content is not necessarily that you are going to get one single client from this particular video. It is that when people are consistently seeing your video content over and over again, you have the ability to get yourself out there. Like it is a compounding effect, right?
You're basically
So this
saying,
is
show up, show up.
show up. Show up, right? But here's what I'm saying is like, and here's what I want. And like, we got a little bit distracted from like what the original point is here. But the original point is people have questions about what it is that you do. People have questions about how it works. People have questions about what they're going to get from it. And whatever those questions are, if you're out there making content, answering those questions, you are building credibility with the people that potentially have those questions from you.
Yeah.
So first is educate. The next thing that you want to do is you need to connect. All right. You need to build connection online. And this is hard to do, right? We're not sitting like, it's not when, Clay has connect, serve, ask, you're connecting people with people one-to-one, right? We're in networking. So we're meeting with people one-to-one. We're getting the chance to go back and forth and build a connection. When you are building to build a connection online and build your brand online, so it's a little bit trickier, right? So what you need to do is you need to share stories about things that you are about, share personal stories, things that your own experiences, things that have happened to you, things that you're working on for your own business. Share your opinions. What's going on in the industry? What is happening in your industry right now, right? What in your industry has got people's attention, right? And you give your opinions on those things that are out there. What this is doing is like, we always hear this cliche, and it's know, like, and trust, right? We always like know, like, and trust, right? People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So you need to build up your know, like, and trust factor through your online presence. And the way that you do that, as Jojo said it, is by showing up, and it's by sharing your experiences. I create content pretty much every day. I post on LinkedIn every day. I post on YouTube pretty much every day. And the best performing content is always, I did this. I did this. I tried this strategy, and here's what happened. People want to connect with you on that level. They want to see what it is that you're doing, what it is that you are like, what you're experimenting, what is the, what is the, what are some of the big things you are doing to help drive your own business? What are some of the big things that you are doing to help your clients? What are some of the give them some of the behind the scenes into like things that are happening in your life. Because people, again, like the connection, people buy because they feel connected to you. People reach out to you because they feel connected to you. So when I create a video about, like something that I was able to, that I did this in my business, which enabled me to do this for my family. That type of content does extremely well because it's helping. People are seeing, people like people that have similar values to them, and they're seeing your values on display. You're giving them a little bit of a glimpse into your life. You're giving them a little bit of a glimpse into your processes, into how you think. And people like to work with people that kind of think the same way that they do, right? So when you share a big, bold opinion about something that's going on in your industry, it's a win-win situation, because the people that agree with that opinion, they are strengthening their bond to you. And those are the people that are most likely to going to go ahead and buy from you. And the people that disagree with your opinion are probably the kind of people that you don't necessarily might want to, that are the kind of people that might give you a harder time to work with. You might not want those people, right? It might be more difficult for you to serve those people. So that's why I always say, like, go out there, share your bold opinions, share your experiences, tell your stories. And this doesn't mean that you need to go out on social media and basically reveal every transparent detail of your life, right? But if you can give people some of it, just have some vulnerability in there, it's going to go a long way. All right. So we're educating, we're building that credibility and authority. We're connecting, we're building this trust, this bond, this familiarity. And then this is where most people kind of drop the ball, is they don't promote their business. And they don't promote their business because they're like, well, I'm creating content here, and like, I don't want to come off as salesy, and I don't want to come off as sleazy, and I don't want to, stir the pot. I just like, so I'm just going to provide a ton of helpful information and just hope that people kind of end up in my inbox. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. If you want something from somebody, you got to go out there and ask for it. Right? And let me tell you something, if you're creating this educational content and you're creating this connection style content, right? You're giving people a ton of value. You're giving people a glimpse into your life. You're talking about the struggles that you've been through and how you've overcome them. Let me tell you something, you have earned the right to ask. You've earned it. So, and that, so now like, so let's eliminate that kind of whole piece of it. Like, let's eliminate the, I don't really want to do this because I want to come off as salesy. No, you've earned it. You've earned it. Now go and do your ask. But how do you do the ask in a way that's effective? Because if you just come out and say, hey, I got this business, I got this new product and this new service, and it's great, and I'm helping it, then you come off as that sleazy used car salesman that you don't want to be. What you need to do is talk about what it is that you are doing for your clients. And this is as simple as, hey, I met with a client yesterday. This is what they came to me for. They came to me because they had this problem. And now they came to me because they had this problem. And here's what we're doing to solve it. Here's what we are working on. Or it could be, hey, my client came to me with this problem, and here's how we solved it, and here's how they're doing now. Here's what their transformation looks like after purchasing my product or my service or working with me as a coach or a consultant or whatever it is. So at the same time, like, you have the ability to build this credibility and showcase your expertise, but also showcase what it is that, like, the results that you're driving for people, because you're driving results for people. And if you never talk about those results that you're getting for them, then other people don't see those results. They don't want to work with you. So if you get people to put themselves in the shoes of your client and watch them going through your process, or watch them or put themselves in the shoes and see them getting the same results that you are delivering, you are going to resonate with them. You are going to get people interested in what it is that you have to offer. But you have to promote yourself. You have to. So just kind of, again, bringing this all together. Education, show people that you know what you're talking about. Connect with people, build that know, like, trust factor for yourself. Build that up. Talk about the things that you're working on. Talk about your own life. Talk about the topics that you know. And then at the bottom of this, promote your business. Talk about the clients that you're working with. Talk about the results that they're getting. And if you break this down, and you come up with, let's say you come up with 2 ideas for each one, 2 educational tips that you want to share, two stories that you want to tell, or maybe 1 story, 1 bold opinion, and 2 stories that you have about your clients. That's 6 pieces of content. That's 6 days a week of posting. Do one each. That's 3 days a week of posts, of you showing up consistently and getting in front of people. If you have a product, a finished product that you could display, like me, like I have videos, like I have client videos that I've done, or JoJo has client videos that she's done, or Lori has ads or copy that she's written for clients. Show people that. Show people what the final product looks like. Show how you build that final product. People love watching things being built. They like watching businesses being built. They like watching homes being built. Who loves a nice before and after kind of post? Who loves to see the blueprint of a building and then what it looks like at the end? Everybody loves that. It's interesting. It captures attention and it gets people to move the needle. So you can put out all the content in the world. You can be creating all of the content, but if you are not guiding people to how they can potentially work with you, and how you can potentially help them, you're missing out on a critical piece. And you cannot be afraid to do that. So that's going to wrap up. That's going to wrap up my piece on the online stuff. So I'm going to turn it over to Clay, and he's going to kind of talk about this kind of same thing from a networking perspective. And then we're going to leave plenty of time for Q&A at the end. I think we have like a half hour, right, Clay, designated for Q&A at the end. So guys, if you have any questions, definitely hold them, and I'm happy to answer them at the end. And without further ado, Clay, the floor is yours, man.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having fun so far? Are you getting a lot of value so far?
Yes, Clay,
Yeah.
you know it. Come on, bring
That's
it
right.
on.
I'm about to bring the heat, JoJo. You ready to do this thing? Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Good evening, everybody. So my name is Clay Hicks. I'm the CEO founder of H7 Network, and I actually live in the Dayton area, Dayton, Ohio. For those of you who are not around here, you're not missing much. Okay, we got an Air Force museum. Okay, so anyway, we're about to celebrate 17 years in business. I love being an entrepreneur. I've been one for 23 years. About to turn 47, and that'll put me at 24 years. So Danny mentioned how many one-to-ones I've done. I just want to kind of clarify that. As of tomorrow, I hit 8,500 one-to-ones with non-members at the time. That is real. And our members gain access to all that I'm learning through our Connect, Serve, and Ask methodology. It took me 3,000 one-to-ones to actually create Connect, Serve, and Ask. I have been continuing to refine it and test it and try it and do all the things 5,500 one-to-ones later. I have something had to happen from that, so I've kind of transformed into a word of mouth marketing specialist. I am an author and a speaker, and for those of you who are interested in any of the books or any of the things we're offering at the end of the event, if you wish to purchase the book, you are welcome. It's a little book, and I love it so much. It is based on the Connect, Serve, and Ask methodology. Somebody said, "Is it like the little red book or whatever?" I'm like, "No, it's like the little black book." But anyway, nonetheless, I love that stuff. I am a bourbon and cigar connoisseur, and I love my bourbon out of Kentucky and 6 years or older. I'm married with 5 children. We got 2 grandchildren. One is on the way. She'll be here in just a few weeks. My grandson is my favorite child of all times, and I will take that to my deathbed with me. He is an awesome child. So anyway, never thought I would actually have that stuff, okay? But I got to be honest with everybody. I'm about to tell you guys something that, in this presentation, I've not really shared like this, okay? So I'm a little nervous, okay? I'm about to tell you guys I've been working on this Connect, Serve, and Ask system for so long that it's actually become a foundational sales system. And it's one that helps me to achieve a 70% close ratio, 75% close ratio. After meeting with my prospects or one-to-ones that I do, people decide they want to come visit, they decide they want to do things, and so they come through it. And those who go through the full system, that's where that close rate comes in. The key metric here is that I'm always prepared with my asks. Like, that's what it comes down to. When you look at Connect, Serve, and Ask as a methodology, I mean, it's something that you wish to apply. It's something you want to apply intentionally that empowers you and that other person to build trust with each other. That's what it is. Okay? And so, because I'm always prepared with my ask, that always makes it easier, right? Now, that's not the moral to the story, okay? But nonetheless, that is part of how this goes. The ask, you got to be prepared. During this presentation, I want you to think about this, okay? What specific elements of your sales process contribute most to your close rate? So I want you to think about it from that perspective, okay? Can we enhance that process tonight by helping you to create buyers of yourself? My purpose. Hey, let me pull out my, I do actually have a PowerPoint, so I probably should not forget this time. Fun fact, last year, while doing the first annual Connect Serve conference, I forgot to use my PowerPoint. So this time I did not. So give me a second. Here we go. All right. My purpose today is help you transform the outcomes from your initial one-to-one meetings with your prospects into scalable, engaging experiences and equip you with techniques that empower you to create long-lasting connections, buyers of you from the start. This isn't about selling a product or service, everybody. You'll have to excuse me. I play in the realm of selling yourself. I play in the realm of selling yourself. I want you to reflect on this scenario as we go through this process. This is the scenario that we're playing in. You're in your first meeting with a prospect, your initial meeting. Somebody either introduced you to them. Heck, they may not even know that they are a prospect of yours. You just asked for that introduction and you received it. And the first time I'm going to tell you point blank exactly my parts of my system that will enhance your initial experiences with your prospects that you deemed a prospect. So think like I'm in a coffee meeting, it's a discovery call, whatever you want to call it, but that's the place we're playing. So here's where we start. My $250 mistake. A $250 mistake caused me to change everything about how I developed a new business beginning in July of 2021. I had to make a change in how I grew my business altogether in this brave new world, right? Of virtual meeting people over Zoom, all these things, completely just putting it all out there. I had to figure that out. I began in July of 2021 going to somebody else's networking group. That was great. Somebody invited me. And from then on, 30 plus one-to-ones per week. And I did not stop until February of 2023. So you can do the math, 30 to 35 one-to-ones, you can see that I was busy. Appreciate your introduction, Danny. So thank you for introducing me as well. Danny and I, we met a couple years ago on our hub call. The hub meeting is every Friday at 12 o'clock Eastern. And this little spunky kid comes in with a crooked ass hat, acting like he's running the place and doing the thing. And I love that about him because he has his own personality and he owns it. And he and I have worked together in that hub meeting for almost 3 years. And it's been nothing but a joy. Does anybody want to know how much it cost me to start H7 17 years ago? I'd like everybody to guess and throw that in the chat box. How much do you think it cost me to start up H7 in March of 2008? I'll give you a chance to throw that in the chat box there. $40, $0. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Nothing. That's good. Bert is correct. Bert is correct. Thank you, Bert. Cost me $250 back in 2008. That included me setting up my brand new Constant Contact account, right? All these little things that I needed to kind of get going with. By the way, Constant Contact back then cost about $100 a year. So that was half of my investment so that I could communicate. Okay. So just being funny. Who wants to guess? Well, we'll say it this way. All right. So back to the story of this $250 mistake. So what happened was I actually invested $250 in Staples gift cards for members the year before. What we had done was we were like, okay, if you bring a visitor and you join and they join, you get a $20 Staples gift card. And some people liked it, some people didn't. It's all good. But here's why I went wrong. I thought that they wanted rewarded that way. And so we went with that. And I had $250 in Staples gift cards that I could not get back and were not used. So it cost me $250. And honestly, it pissed me off because I wasted $250. People weren't gravitating to it. And so I had to make a move and begin doing these one-to-ones that I began doing. So I've always kind of felt like and grateful for all my relationships that supported me in my journey. And all of a sudden, just for that moment, I was alone, just upset about spending that money and nothing happening from it. So I had to do something. So I leapt into action. And I just blazed a trail doing all these one-to-ones. Okay. And so Connect, Serve, and Ask eventually became what you know today as Connect, Serve, and Ask methodology. And it's in process of being trademarked. It's very exciting. I kind of got a little worried because people not in our community were using Connect, Serve, and Ask. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I better trademark that. So it's in process now. But it's exciting. It's awesome. Okay. Would you like to learn with me some very specific techniques that will support you in increasing your close ratio and selling yourself more? Who's with me? I mean, 1 degree, if you just change 1 degree, it's going to be a big deal. So if one thing comes out of this, out of the 3 things that I will share that are very, very high quality stuff, then we've won today, haven't we? I'm going to show you that now. So here we go. Connect. So give me 1 second. Sorry, I screwed up my system on this side. You'll have to forgive me. The connect technique. All right. So remember, you're in the appointment with your prospect. And I promise you, some of you are going to look at me sideways when I tell you some of this stuff. Okay. So please bear with me. Okay. All right. So it's vital to communicate the 3 reasons why people choose to hire you. So if you're looking at a 30-minute session, you only have so much time. So you should be showing up prepared with 3 reasons that you can say very simply why people hire you. Why? It demonstrates proven success. Is there anybody on the call that does that now? Anybody come to every prospect call that you're in with a minimum of 3 reasons why people hire you? Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. All right. Throw in the chat box how you do connect with your prospects in your first initial appointments. What's 1 or 2 things you do? Let's throw it in the chat box. Let's see it, please.
Wait, what's the question again?
Yeah. Tell me 1 or 2 techniques that you use to connect inside of your prospect appointments. See that, John? Connect as a person with curiosity. Yes. Yep. Find common things between them. Listening. Good. Is it active listening or listening? Active listening or listening? Good, good, good. Company values. That's good. That's good. Common interest. Active listening. Good job, Nico. You were active listening when I said it. When you typed that in. Okay. John, I see that. All right, cool. All right, let's take a break here. Maybe moving just a touch fast, and that's on me. So connect, serve, and ask are 3 specific techniques inside of your appointment that helps you earn trust. Okay? Now, whether that's with a COI, a networking partner, your cousin, your new friend, your prospects, your vendors, it helps you to create trust faster. It expedites trust. And so as part of that, connect means that you're connecting, you're getting to know each other. You're, like, know, and trust exists, right? Everybody knows about like, know, and trust. Except the average person follows that exactly to a T. I'm gonna pick on Francie because she's at the top of my screen. Francie, when they do the like, know, and trust, okay, that means that if you and I were to do a 1-to-1, that means in the first hour, we may only get through like and know. Hobbies, where you're from. In Cincinnati, what high school did you go to? Right, Francie? Is that kind of probably how you may do it too? Just getting to know each other? Okay. Connect, serve, and ask changes that. And here's how it changes that. It bends the relationship building process down. And it says, no, we're here to earn trust with each other, not sell each other, not pitch slap each other. That's what connect, serve, and ask does. And so the average person, if they're building like, know, and trust in that order, well, that takes a long time, don't it? Or it can. How many hours do you have to spend together before trust is actually accomplished? I don't know. But when you earn trust using connect, serve, and ask methodology, you do expedite it. You do expedite that trust earning process. All right, we're going to stop real quick, see if anybody has any questions or comments about anything that I've already just said, Need clarification, anything. Oh, Dale, go ahead.
With relationship to your statements on trust, over time, I've learned when you can mitigate risk, they trust you quicker.
Yeah. when they know you're not just there to get into their pockets. That makes it a little easier, don't it? Awesome. Thank you. Any other comments, questions? We still having fun? Are you learning something? Is there something you're learning? Okay, that's important. So what matters most. Let's get back to our presentation. All right, next up, serve. Oh, let me tell you how to connect. I'm sorry. I messed that up. Please forgive me. I missed on how I suggest you connect. If you're going to create the 3 words or the 3 reasons why people hire you, let me tell you how to do that. So here we go. Number 1, you need to review your client testimonials. Go do some research. Number 2, you need to identify key attributes of those testimonials that you're reading. Number 3, do they align with your values? You got to double check that. Number 4, select the compelling reasons that you believe that people hire you. And number 5, you've got to integrate it into your messaging when you two are connecting. You have to figure out how to integrate that into your message that you're trying to communicate. Sorry about that, guys. On to serve. Excuse me. All right, next up, serve. All right, so remember, we're in the one-to-one, we're in the appointment, we're at the coffee, we're there, we've connected. Okay, now you got to figure out how to serve, of course, without pitching your products and you know, just trying to help them with the services you provide. There's got to be more to that. So here is the technique. Meet your prospects where they are, not where you want them to be. So for example, if you say, how can I help you? And they say, I'm looking for a credit card processor. I'm just making that up. And you say, oh, I don't have any of those, but let me tell you about my services. So don't do that, right? And so by understanding their actual current needs, not just of your services, and the challenges that they're faced with, you build trust and forge a stronger connection, yes, with your prospect. Somebody who may decide they want to buy from you. Let's talk about why. Authenticity, authentic engagement. By actually being present with your prospect and not making it all about what you can sell to them, you make it about them and be authentic about it. I don't know how many people, you know, try to guide my conversations when I'm in a one-to-one with somebody who's not a member to more and more questions about H7. It's tough, but I have to hold fast. It has to be focused around them authentically. Okay. How do you serve your products, your prospects currently in the most basic way? Is it just your products? Is it just your services? Are you offering more? Are you doing it consistently? Throw that stuff in the chat box. Let's see what you got to say. How else do you serve them besides, you know, your product or service you're selling? That's what we're looking for. How else do you serve them? Yeah, I saw that, Aaron. You don't even sell on that first call. But Aaron, you got to sell yourself, brother, no matter what. No matter what. Good job, John. Thank you. Thank you. Promoting them in other conversations. Good job, Laura. That's awesome. Awesome. Help solve a problem even if it's not your product. Love it. That's what we're looking for. I like that. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate that serve. Appreciate that serve. Okay, good job, Kelly. Provide solutions, Josh. You like that, Josh? I know you well enough to know that's the case. That's good. Like that, Neko? That's good. All right. Thank you guys for playing. Let's move back. Let me not mess up again. All right. Now I'm going to tell you how. Okay. Think of it like this. Initiate, this is how to do it. Okay, ready? I'm gonna give you 6 steps to this. Number 1, initiate authentic engagement. Initiate it yourself. Number 2, offer unconditional support. Unconditional. So authenticity is going to shine when you do that. It's not like I can say, Francis, you like to meet. No, I can't introduce you to that person because no. Demonstrate your dedication to that person and their needs. Encourage open dialogue. Ask good open-ended questions. Don't keep it about your product or service. And then lastly, this reinforce trust and collaboration. Reinforce it right then and there. Due to time, let's move on. Please hold any questions that you may have for another 5 or 6 minutes. We're almost there. Okay. All right, next. Ask. Oh, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. All right, your average person, of course, may only ask for the opportunity to do an RFP. Maybe send over a proposal, right? Or send over a bid. And that's cool. But you have to have more in your arsenal than that when it's time to ask. So the ask technique is, when it's time to ask, be ready to extend an invitation to further professional engagement, such as attending a meeting, an event, or even a lead magnet with you. Why? Inviting prospects to professional engagements shows a genuine commitment to their needs. Right? Like you genuinely give a crap about them. Like you genuinely demonstrate that by saying, hey, Francie, I got this event I'd like to invite you to come to because it's a meaningful connection for them. Are you kidding me? That's how we should be doing it. Right? Shouldn't we be doing it where we're doing more than just selling our product or service? Sales pitches, pitch slappers. We don't got room for that. We need to connect with each other. We need to drive home the importance of having a relationship with our prospects, our vendors, our family. We need to drive that stuff home. And if we don't, well, that's not going to help you any, is it? Right, we're getting close to the 5 o'clock, so people are starting to drop already. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so quick question. Throw in the chat box, please. Very quickly. Give me 1 or 2 things that you ask for every single time from your prospect that has anything to do with your proposal. The next appointment. That's good. That's good. Make an appointment from an appointment. Is that what it's called? Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, set an appointment from appointment. That's right. How can I help you? Pam, that's good. Book interview. Love that, John. I went through that. Loved it. Transform the entire organization, honestly. It was John that first brought to my attention that what we are is more of a training company that happens to have networking involved. Right, John? Remember that? That's right. What's most important for you? Rob, you tell them you got to run? I'm just kidding. All right, good. All right. So let me talk about how to drive this appointment. Okay. Or drive this ask. How you do it. You have to establish a genuine connection from the onset and maintain it throughout the time you're together. You need to also share your goals and intentions. Seek guidance and be, and involvement with them. Extend a professional invitation. And again, that just reinforces that trusted relationship potential. Damn, and I did get done at 5. Questions about the ask, anything that kind of hits you about that ask, because that can be a little complex. Anybody have anything right off the gate? Anything that knocked you sideways or you have a question about? All right, Danny, you got the ball. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you coming here. We're about to throw our sign-in form in there. While he goes ahead and starts to talk, please keep in mind that the sign-in form is in there. That way you get some of this information from being at the event, and we are going to record it, and I'm going to stop that recording now.